After 2 weeks of meticulously making videos of Seele and Imbibitor Lunae, I can confidently prove to you that Seele is better than him at every Eidolon. To preface this video, I just want to say that both of them at E0S0 can zero cycle any MOC 12, so that's why we're going to dive deeper than that to compare their strengths and weaknesses. First, we'll be looking at their performances on Something Unto Death boss. At E0S0, Seele is able to zero cycle this boss with a team comp consisting of only 3 members, while Imbibitor Lunae can't. This is considering the fact that Imbibitor Lunae got amped to 1.5 times his normal strength. At E2S1, he's much stronger and can zero cycles with 3 members too, with one of the members being a healer, not a support. But turns out, Seele, under equal cost conditions, can do the same thing as an amped up Imbibitor Lunae. This extends to when both of them are at E6S5, where Seele and Imbibitor Lunae performs the same on this boss, and can zero cycle it while only having 1 support on their team. Now this MOC stage obviously heavily favors Imbibitor Lunae, but Seele is still able to match his feats. So let's move on to a stage where it doesn't favor him. Now we'll be looking at their performances on the Sand boss. For this boss, Seele is able to zero cycle this at E0S-1, and also do the lowest cost zero cycle consisting of a team with Bronya, Tingyun, and Pela. The only cost of this team being herself. Both feats cannot be replicated by Imbibitor Lunae, but you know this by now. E0S0 or S1 Imbibitor Lunae is dog shit compared to Seele, so we have to look at E2S1. At E2S1, Imbibitor Lunae is able to zero cycle with a quote-unquote sustain units, but we all know that Huohuo is actually his best in slot teammate and increases his damage the most. Seele, on the other hand, at E0S1 is able to zero cycle with an actual sustain units that actually decreases her damage by a lot. At E6S5, Seele is even able to negative cycle Sam and kill him before anyone moves, while Imbibitor Lunae can't. All in all, Imbibitor Lunae at E0S1 is way weaker than E0S0 Seele. No comparison to be made. At E2S1, he's equal to E0S0 Seele, because if you remembered, he required a huge amp to 3-man zero cycle Something Unto Death with a sustain. Without that amp, he would have needed Tingyun to pull that off. E0S0 Seele did it with Tingyun without any amps, which makes her equal to E2S1 Imbibitor Lunae. And E0S1 Seele did something that Imbibitor Lunae can't do, even at E2S1, so Seele becomes better again at E0S1, and keeps being better even at E6S5. That is why Seele is better than Imbibitor Lunae at every Eidolon, proven with feats. Quod erat demonstrandum. With that, my biggest quest is completed. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I really need a break from this.